Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Daily Dose. We are literally just going to be chilling today on some Idle Heroes, nothing too exciting or major. So, if you just like to hear me talk and maybe look at some stuff on the screen, look at the pretty pictures, stick around, chill out. We'll probably cover some of the tomorrow's event. We'll have a little bit of a recap of the event that's finishing up, which is Spring Festival. We can talk a little bit about Void 2 and, potential strategies going into season number 2, as well as what I'd like to do on this account and what I've done so far. Um, so yeah, feel free to stick around and like and subscribe if you'd like to see some more chill videos. We do, of course, cover a lot of other topics and games on this channel. So don't be afraid to ask questions, get involved, and maybe check out some of the other games as well. Now, moving into it. Of course, we've got the growth fund, and I feel like the growth fund is more valuable now than it was prior to this. Namely, because you're going to be able to get some heroes that you want to build. But I feel like everyone at this point is at a loss regarding gems. Everyone wants some gems for tomorrow's event. So, I mean, if you're thinking about buying it, personally, I would pick Horus out of all of them. Penny is a hard second, probably followed by Garuda and then Cthulhu. Although I honestly have a soft spot for Hellboy, and I feel like Garuda's hit and miss, and I feel like Cthulhu can really shine in certain aspects of the game. Now that we have V enabling, it's kind of like the player field has been leveled in terms of how viable a hero can be. But overall, Horus is going to take you furthest in a lot of content. Uh, but that kind of, leads me into what's going on in terms of tomorrow and with the spring event now. So if you haven't already used your resources, make sure you do so you don't miss out on. I mean, you can spend them later and it'll be converted into gold, but it's going to take a long ass time. So if you can spend or potentially spend some gems in order to get to the next tier level, you might want to think about doing that now. You need to finish this out to get to 200. Don't worry too much after 200. It's really just free shit after that point. For all the haters of my previous video on Bosoms Buddy, fuck you to the moon. But in all honesty, I agree. It was pretty dodgy me not being able to show everything. Hopefully you all figured it out and read the Reddits and used this as well as my player description to at least figure out what the intimate soul and the intimate friend and soulmate were. Pro hint: all of the acquaintances are exactly the same as either of the intimate or soul mates. For those that are still doing it, it doesn't change. They're all the same heroes, except they just increase in star level. So yeah, hopefully most people figure that one out in the end. And of course, thank you for those that commented and helped people on that video that we covered the bosom buddies. I love to see that. We are, of course, a part of a community. Now, I didn't spend any money on this account, and this is the account that I do like to spend money on because I just didn't see any value in it, sadly. If you're a new player, honestly, the 9-star puppet and the 6-star puppet are great. I would stay away from the Emerald Cloud if you feel like most wise people wait until the very last day to spend. I do think that is a wise strategy on any game. Just wait until everybody else has sussed out the event and then spend. Potentially, you're going to get that. You're going to have to pay for it. I just want to maybe talk about this real quick in terms of it's really skewed towards older players. You're going to find it very, very hard to finish this out if you're a new player. Anything pre 3 months old, you're not going to be able to get to 200 without actually either spending relics, getting really, really lucky with RNG drops, or spending money, actual physical cash, which I would strongly recommend not to do. it is not worth it for a 9-star dummy. But unfortunately, that's kind of where the game is skewed itself towards. It's not, it wasn't very. This event is not friendly for new players at all. Period, because you didn't have enough time to save up heroic scrolls, and you certainly wouldn't be able to unlock anything decent without being able to do that. Even to get to level 100, you would need to still potentially either, I think it's like 1.5 loops, which is around 600 to 700 scrolls. Nobody's going to be able to save that up in such a short amount of time. And even if you did, the reward is pretty shitty. And to be honest, Tussovago is an assassin. Um, I've already played with her, done my own idea of what Silverland was with her, and talked about what she did in raid bosses. And I didn't cover Broken Space because we cleared it, but basically she's meant for PvE like most assassins are. If you look at the entire assassin meta or lineup, it is all based for PvE. The only interchangeable hero is Rogan for PvP, but even then, he's purely functional as a support hero. Um, so it wasn't a surprise to me that she wasn't good. It was a surprise to a lot of other people, but I feel like they just didn't understand the narrative of the game, which is not a criticism at all. It can be very confusing. Uh, what I mean by narrative is what we, the player base, expect and what DH Games is telling in its story, which is the direction of the game. And assassins have always historically been single target to dual target heroes that essentially kill the lowest enemy. In PvP, they can shine, but with you need it entirely built around support team to do it. So it was never intended for a PvP purpose. It was always for PvE. And let's be honest, she doesn't do that great in PvE either. Um, and before people were like, oh, I've seen her do like 30 billion in raid bosses and all that. I know it's possible. But let's be honest, would you build her or Russell? You build fucking Russell any day of the week. You would not build Tussilago. That's just facts, and I know people probably don't like to hear that, but that's the truth. You build a Russell over Tussie any day of the week, you'll get you further in Seal Land, you'll get you further in Aspen Dungeon, and he'll get further in the Tower, and of course in Void itself. So sadly, for those that saved up and skipped Porky Forky, like me, we're stuck holding our hat in our hand, which kind of moves us on to the next stage of where the game has progressed. In terms of Void, Void Arc is actually a lot more appealing to me than it used to be. The session or season is ending in 36 hours, 18 minutes, and 22 seconds. And basically, when it does reset, you're going to lose your. I want to say you're going to lose your crystals. I want to say it's your crystal ignites, yeah, and exploration points. So crystal ignites, as far as I can tell, let's just jump into here. Let's just smash it because it doesn't really matter all that much. Um, Innova crystals. Innova crystals. What are these? I feel like that's what they're talking about when you're going to lose your crystal ignites. Wait, you can get precious Innova crystals by exploring panel during your exploration points. Okay, yeah, yada yada yada. Sorry, I'm just gonna scroll. You can use crystal ignites to upgrade your collector workshop. Upgrade your workshop increases the max capacity of the collector and resources. Rewards from collectors will be automatically claimed. Oh, okay, so it's not that one. That's good. That's good. At least I keep my resources till the next event. But it says after exploration season ends, all facilities on your arc will be reset to level 1. Your ignites and exploration points will be reset as well. So don't stress too much about spending the doovie whackers. My advice would be probably upgrade your workshop before you upgrade anything else. The only reason being is the little pufferfish boss that a lot of people verse that you needs the disintegrator cords, which you get from here. They look like that, they're not really. It's not the be all end all to finish it. It's really just for points. And I mean, granted, points will get you certain rewards. Um, I love the smash button. The smash button is the best button ever. Oh, I wish I'd known about the smash button before. Where is my season ending though? Where did I find that information? There was a leaderboard around here somewhere. No, it's not there. Where did I see that leaderboard? Am I tripping? I swear I saw a leaderboard somewhere. I did, didn't I? Well, I've lost my leaderboard. I don't know where it went, but I did see it. Let me just really quickly go through here. Damn it. Oh, well. Maybe it's in here. Is it in here? Defensive, smash, explore. No, no. All right. Well, I can't find that leaderboard. There was a leaderboard that tells you about what you get from your positioning, your points. I feel like it was important. I'm going to find out in 37 hours though, but I feel like it was important. But in terms of this, I'm just going to keep building eggs. I really don't care anymore. I'm going to keep my Sombas though, in case I do get that one off chance of hatching it on the 15th egg. But for everything else, I'm just going to keep churning through. The reason being is you want evolution stones. It's kind of important to get those evolution stones, which are these blue things down here, to upgrade your pets. Honestly, would only upgrade a couple of pets that are going to benefit you, which would be your Twilight pet and your Splendor pet, and maybe a class specific pet like a mage for me. Hmm, Probs a ranger as well if I manage to get them. It is what it is. It's all RNG based, and it's pretty shitty RNG to be honest. But in saying that, though, I mean we do have some pretty cool things that are potentially coming out in a week's time, which will be Void Asmodial. I will be transitioning into that and potentially going ahead with my plan and regressing ticks, mainly because I want to mainly because I just want to be able to do Death 100 with him, Asmodial. I want to clear as high as I can with Asmodial and Tower. Um, and honestly, if I just, it's possible. We all know it's possible with ticks. Nobody wants to see ticks clears. Ticks clears are boring. I mean, I just have to invest in maybe one artifact and then I could get it done. Like, it's not really. You know what I mean? It's not three Sherlocks. Fuck me. You can do three Sherlocks with Ruiceptors. They're just painfully annoying with Russells and a Ticks. You're good to go. There's not really too much of a hassle with that, at least with this setup. So I want to keep it interesting. I want to see what it would be with a Asmodial, see how if he really shits on the game and breaks it in two, which I hope he does. Um, that's my intention. That's my plan. Sort of with my Seal Land strategy for the new Shadow Hero. Basically, it should be Shadow, given the trend of Inosuke, Morax, and Flora. Tix is pretty old, so it should definitely be Shadow up next for the Light and Dark. We're good to go for that. Get some more of those Palace of Eternity crystals as well. Stock up on that. Um, have we talked about the new event? Did we talk about this yet? I don't feel like we did. We got Imps Adventure. Of course, Imps Adventure means we're going to get Shelter Mission. Uh, this Shelter Mission is actually pretty damn good, especially if you're paying for the Growth Fund. If you selected Horace or Penny, you're going to be able to get an additional copy of either or. For Penny, you need Ranger. For Horace, you need Warrior. Vessel, you need Priest, 4 stars. And Scary, I feel like he's a mage. Yeah, Scary's a mage. So let's have a look to see what that means. Let's go, let's not be lazy like others. Let's have a look and see. So Horace, you can do it with a Nightmare Knight, Bone General, or I believe Grumpy Corps. Yeah, they're all warriors, so they can be exchanged for Horus. You need four and a 5 star. Rangers is going to be this dude, LMO2, and right next to him it should be Liquor. Liquor is a ranger as well, so hopefully you haven't fed too many of those off. I don't think there's any other rangers here as far as I can tell. I mean, technically, Inosuke's a ranger, but he's 5 star. So yeah, 4 star only, unfortunately. So you can't feed any of them. Scary must only be Illyria, right? Illyria is the only mage I can think of. What about you though? You're no destroys the mage. Okay, so you can do Illyria and you can do Destroyer. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Daddy Moog is a priest. Um, she's an assassin. Are you? You're a warrior. Okay, you're a warrior. Yeah. Okay. So Illyria and Destroyer of the mages. And for you, you need priest. Priests are a dime a dozen in this. So you can use Zekis. I personally like to use Old Mate Ent Elder because he's food. And I believe the last but not least 4 star priest is going to be a Thale. So you do have quite a lot of options this time around. Sometimes they're limited to one, like Akashas. Oh, fuck. Trying to hunt Akashas, man, I'm telling you. The old bone carvers, jeez. The amount of times I had to resort to brand swapping for that, not worth it in the end. I can guarantee you that much. Pass on Michelle and pass on Asmodial. No, not Asmodial. Dark Arthendal. My bad. Michelle's good for Seal Land Clear 20s for the burn, but that's about it. DA is not necessary anymore. I hope she actually gets a. I suspect she will get a rework in. She will be the Dark faction that gets the rework, will be DA. Um, Everyone will be like, no, no, it can't be. I'm like 90% sure it's going to be DA. I could be surprised. I could be wrong about that, and I'd be happy to be. But if I was a gambling man, I bet DA would be the Transcendent Hero for Dark. Close second pick would be Daddy Moog. Daz Moog would be the other pick that I would think. But I feel like DA is a soft. She's a soft target because she's a mage. They probably wouldn't go ahead and make an assassin a transcendent hero. I feel like they would shy away from doing that. That's my opinion. I love to be right, also love to be wrong. It makes life interesting. We do have Grey Dwarf's Blessing for those that want to upgrade their gear. Go ahead and do that. Typical value packages as always. This guy's actually been pretty good recently. I think we had a couple of ones, if I'm not mistaken, that gave us 3 dice that were pretty low key. You could buy 3 of them. So you could get nine dice, I think, for $10 each, which is about $5 American. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do with the adventure. Unfortunately, they didn't show us the fucking. Not that they do, but it would be nice to show us the chest so that we could, suss out whether or not Porky Forky or Forky Porky's in there. I mean, Forksies, for those that don't know who I'm referring to. Be interesting to see if he's finally arrived. I suspect he has. I suspect he will also be coming into the shop as well. So for those that would like to build Old Mate Porkmeister, depends on your server bracket, personally speaking. Yeah, I only got 5.2. I need to upgrade. I probably do honestly just need to regress. I need to regress Old Mate Ticks and boost some V enables on these guys. Yeah, I do. I probably do. I need to do it on all of mine, get them all up to V2 or V3. So I probably should get rid of ticks now, but yeah, we'll save that for another episode, I think. We'll save that. We'll save that so that I don't make stupid decisions later on. But I think that might wrap it up. Is there anything else that we can cover? Is there anything else that's interesting? I don't think so. I don't think so. We did clear Sealand 20 with an Inosuke. So we went from 18 to 20 in 2 turns, which is pretty cool. Of course, having 2 Sherlocks prior to that really made it very easy, very painless. As you can see, I had a Siggy, a Valentino, and a Flame Strike as the other 3 heroes. Not necessary at all, just was building them anyway for food, so I used them. Um, yeah, it was very painless. Honestly, I was a bit disappointed that we were able to clear them pretty much in the first round, which I not first round, but first attempt, both times first attempt we cleared it. Yeah, Inosuke for sure is a hard carry with Sherlocks. If you can build him, just do it just for that, and then get it out of the way if you can't build it with a Punisher staff built Sherlock. But I think that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys and girls went good with your festival. You only have 14 hours to go, so if you need to do your bosom buddies, do it now. If you need to spend your resources or buy some additional things, do it now. But yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one.